Hey everybody, Grayson Sports here, Realtor here in the Phoenix and surrounding areas, as well as Prescott and its surrounding cities. The purpose of these videos is to educate you guys on the buying and selling process of real estate to help you guys feel more comfortable. My information will be listed below, and feel free to leave any comments or questions. All right, today we're going to be talking about home inspections. What are they? A home inspection, it's a professional evaluation of the condition and systems of a home, essentially before you finish that purchase process. It's a part of the purchase process. What is it? Essentially, we're searching for problems with the home. It's going to be the first step after contract acceptance. So we come to an agreement with the sellers. We agree on terms. Everybody signed the contract. Next day, we open escrow. Day one begins our due diligence or inspection period. Usually this period is set out in the purchase contract as 10 days. It can be adjusted to earlier or later. Variable factors include maybe you just need to move quickly, so we want to move that time period up to 7 days or 5 days. Or maybe you're an out-of-state buyer and you need more time to be able to process information and get things done. So we might move that back to 14 days. It is a negotiable part of the contract, but generally it's 10 days. Grayson, who inspects the property? Well, typically we hire, and by we, I mean buyers. This is a buyer cost, and this is a buyer due diligence period to investigate the home. So the buyer will hire a general inspector to come in and do a top to bottom inspection of the home. They're going to search and inspect everything within the home. They'll produce a very detailed report, and it will be accommodated with lots and lots of pictures. Once that report is given, we can go back and say, okay, maybe there's something we want to focus on. Maybe there's an issue with the roof where we want to call a roofer or a plumber or electrician or air conditioning and heating. Again, we will hire whoever we need or want to look at things specifically to evaluate the home. What happens next after we do our inspection? After the inspection is done, the buyer evaluates what they want, and we submit what is called a buyer inspection notice to seller. You'll hear this document referred to as a BINSR, BINSR, buyer inspection notice to seller. And essentially, it is a repair request from the buyer to the seller. Here are the issues that we found. These are the things that we would like to have addressed. Simple enough. What happens next? Well, we send that document to the sellers. The sellers then have a response period. They take the time to evaluate. We'll provide the report with the request so that we have proof of what we're asking for. And then the sellers can come back and say, okay, we agree to fix all of these items. Best case scenario. Or next, maybe something will happen like the sellers will say, you know what, we feel comfortable fixing A and B, but we don't feel comfortable fixing C. Another option that might happen because of timing or the ability to do so, sometimes sellers will offer a credit in lieu of doing the repairs. Then it comes back to, also sometimes the sellers can just do nothing. At that point, if the sellers don't want to do anything, or there's other things that happen within this negotiation that the buyers don't feel comfortable with, we still have the opportunity to go ahead and cancel the contract and receive our earnest money back. And then everybody parts their separate ways, and no harm done. At this point, hopefully we can come to terms, though, on the repairs. Majority of the time, it's normal to come to an agreement of what's going to be done to resolve these issues, and everybody moves forward to the next process, or the next step in the process, which is the appraisal, and we're that much closer to finishing the home purchase. Lastly, one thing to note for everybody involved, especially sellers, Inspectors are there to find problems, and that's exactly what they're going to do. It doesn't matter how many upgrades you've done, how well you think you've maintained your property over the years. Um, they're going to find problems. Even new builds, they find problems because the builders make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, and things, especially over time with an aged home, things are gonna start to have issues. So just be prepared for it. Be prepared for this negotiation. Go into it knowing there's going to be some things that need to be repaired, or there's going to be an amount that we might need to consider crediting the buyers to take care of some issues. That being said, this is just a basic overview of the home inspection process. It is the first step after that contract acceptance. I hope this was informational and educational. If you guys have any questions, just go ahead and leave them in the comments below. We'll talk to you soon. Appreciate you guys.